Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our October 1st Town Board meeting. Please join us with the pledge. Councilman Loman.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Here.
Councilman McCarthy.
Here.
Councilwoman Noack.
Here.
Councilwoman Inzerillo.
Here.
Councilman Loman. Here.
Okay, before we begin this afternoon, I would ask the clerk, Mr. McCarthy, if you would distribute the tentative budget 2025 to the town council. Thank you.
Thank you.
Where we going? Okay, we will, now that they're distributed, we will move to the agenda. Deputy Clerk.
Under correspondence, it's the Community Association of St. James Halloween Parade on Sunday, October 27th, from 12:30 to 2. Authorize the town clerk to advertise for a public hearing to be held at Town Hall on the 17th day of October 2024 at 7 p.m. to consider the 2025 preliminary budget for the town of Smithtown.
Councilman Loman. Yes. Councilwoman Inzerillo.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes.
On the consent agenda, the comptroller 1 to 19, one consent resolution, and the minutes of 9/19.
Is there anyone on the town council that wishes to remove any resolutions from the consent agenda?
No.
No, thank you.
Councilman Loman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzerillo.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes.
Authorize the town clerk to advertise for bid 2473, the annual contract for office cleaning services, and 2474, furnish and install a rear HVAC custom shelving and lighting on a 2024 Transit van.
Councilman Loman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzerillo.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes.
Town board to approve the following. The first four resolutions are extension of bids. The annual service bid for disposal of construction and demolition debris with Pamanock Environmental, recycling of electric waste with E-Green Recycling Management, the annual supply bid for precast concrete drainage items with Pelkowski Precast Corporation, automotive parts and supplies with Vehicle Maintenance Program, Dependable Repair, Interstate Batteries, Keystone Plastics, and Moreland Hose and Belting Corporation. Appointment of Alex Rupp as a member of the Disability Advisory Board commencing January 1st through December 31st, 2025. An agreement with ADJO Contracting to provide drainage repairs to 280 Mauritius Road in St. James, and a 1-month rental of an excavator with a claw-style bucket at a cost of $8,000.
Councilman Loman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzerillo.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes.
The town board to issue a written consistency determination pursuant to Chapter 151 that the Coastal Consistency Review 2024-02 from Fran Sulo is consistent with the local water revitalization plans with the conditions as stated in a memorandum from the planning director.
Councilman Loman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzerillo.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes.
Authorize the supervisor to execute the following resolutions on a form approved by the town attorney. An agreement with Suffolk County to provide chemical dependency treatment services for the period of January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2026. An agreement with Suffolk County to provide prevention services for the period of January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2026. A consent for the assignment of a contract for CEQA Consulting Services from Cameron Engineering Associates to IMEJ Consultants, and an agreement with CHS Physician Partners for health and medical services.
Councilman Loman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzerillo.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes.
And on personnel, items number 1 to 10 as described on the agenda.
Councilman Loman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzerillo.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes, I believe we have two read-on resolutions.
Adopt Local Law 1424, amendments to Chapter 21 entitled Conservation Board as it relates to compensation for memberships pursuant to a public hearing on September 3rd, And the other one is for Conservation Board members to be compensated $1,000 annually, and Conservation Board chairpersons to be compensated $2,000 annually.
Councilman Lowman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Azarello,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes. That concludes resolutions. Do we have
Yes.
speakers? We do. Okay, before we start, public participation is subject to the rules of decorum, which you have on your speaker cards, Town Code Section 76.7. The public portion is for town-related matters only. Any unsubstantiated, unverified, or material false information will be interrupted. The 3-minute rule will be in effect. When you hear the tone, you have 1 minute to complete your statement. Thank you.
Maura Alexander?
My name is Laura Alexander, and I reside at 25 Dorn Drive. I've been a resident at this address for 48 years. I am an EAS Eastern Agricultural Master Beekeeper. I am a representative of the lower Tier 5 for the Empire State Honey Producers. I am the Programs Director for the Long Island Beekeepers Club, and I have been keeping bees in Smithtown for over 20 years. I have hives at my home address in Nissaquag, St. James, Hoyt Farm, Bethpage State Park, and I take care of the observation hive at Sweetbriar. I'm here to ask the planning board to moving forward from this point on, to use plants and trees for our town that support native pollinators. All right, so I'm here to ask the board to look to the future of web chains that include and are dependent on insects for survival. All of us here in this room have seen over the years dramatic changes in our town. Strip malls and parking lots, roads, homes, clearing of properties of all trees that have changed the landscape for animals that live here. I'm here to sit down and discuss with you flowers and tree choices that the town can make that will change for our native pollinators their survival here. An opportunity to be a Long Island leader. I work with Victor Arzato. He is the head horticulturalist at Bethpage State Park. He has designed at Bethpage State Park pollinated pocket gardens all over that bring absolute beauty to that place. He works with, at Hoyt Farm, Jeff Gunnan and Cheryl Brook. That park is the gemstone of all of your parks in Smithtown. And that was a conscious decision on their part to choose plants and trees that would bring, I want to say, a baseline of flowers that would attract native pollinators and bees. We are all willing to help the planning board to move our community in a new direction that will leave our land better for the next generation that will raise their families here. So it's never about us, it's what we will do for who come after us. And as I drive down, I don't know how many minutes I have left. One.
You have 15 seconds.
Oh, 12 seconds, oh my God. As I drive down Main Street, there's 10 trees that need to be replaced. There are gardens in our veterans, and that little pocket garden veterans. This here, by the Bull, all
Okay,
could
ma'am,
choose
your-
flowers that, again,
Your
would
time is up,
beautify,
ma'am.
but also
Ma'am, your
improve our
your
pollinators.
time
Thank
is
you.
up. Thank you, and I would recommend that you contact our Department of Environment and Waterways. They are in charge of all tree planting.
Okay, so they tell me to come here, so here I am.
No, that's okay, we're the town board, not the
Okay.
planning board. And I'm telling you, get the information, Department of Environment and Waterways, and talk to Mr. Barnes.
Okay.
Okay, I would set a meeting up with him. That department is in charge of all the trees that we plant in the park system, et cetera.
Okay, and so where would I get the specific information from?
You could get it from the clerk could give you that phone number.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and his office is right across the street. It's right across the street, thank you.
Jane Lombardo?
Thank you. You're welcome. Street buyer. Plants, right.
Hi, Jane Lombardo, 41 Sandy Hill Road, Comac, New York. Anyway, I came to thank you. I came to thank you for Taps and Talons, which was held on Sunday. What a magnificent time we had. There were families there, extended families. There were grandparents with their kids and their grown-up adult children. There were neighbors that came together in groups. We had all ages. It was such a welcoming, fun place to be, as we had almost 300, and by the time people were leaving, I was at the gate, of course, and as people were leaving, they were going, "Thank you, we had a great time, thank you, thank you, thank you." They had all the raptors out. People got to touch them, to be close to them, have their photographs with them. It was wonderful. It was truly one of the best events we've ever had, so thank you very much for your support. I also wanted to let you know PSE&G came a few weeks ago, and we had 70 volunteers at Sweetbriar. They replaced the barn doors, which were like falling apart, and after they did all of their work, they left their tools for us. Wasn't that fabulous? So I want to thank PSE&G publicly for that. And of course, we'll send them a thank you note. So thank you all, very much appreciated.
Thank you very much. I apologize, I was not able to be there to release one of the birds. But perhaps next year, we were booked solid for the weekend, but I'm glad your event worked out well, and the board is happy that you had it there and everything worked out well. Thank you, it did. You're welcome.
No more speakers.
Okay, I'll move to close.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarello.
Yes.
Councilman Loma.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Be safe.